Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite virtual castmate, and today I just wanted to come on here and vent a little bit. This is different from a lot of the other content that I upload, but I feel like it's necessary to have this time to talk because this is what my channel, or the way that I envision my channel, is just having the space to express topics that typically feel uncomfortable in other spaces. Today is May the 28th, and it's the day after the world has seen another episode of police brutality. And I just think at this point it's beyond frustrating, and I wish that I had the vocabulary to actually describe how it feels to know that your existence has zero value in regards to how we are treated as Black people in public spaces. And oftentimes we do our best to move forward in a way that allows us to maintain in the best way that we know how. And moments like this, where it feels like even during a pandemic, racism will still find its way to attack Black people, and I can't speak for any other group because that's not my experience. I'm speaking as a Black woman, as a child of two African parents in the United States. And I know for me personally, I've had to limit my existence on social media the past few days. I had to cancel even my students today. If you don't know, I teach voice lessons, and I was trying to figure out a way of surviving today, and I felt like I didn't want to show up in my lessons with a mind that was just so troubled, right? And I just feel like if anybody else is feeling this way, Black girl or guy, whoever, I don't know who is gonna stumble upon this channel, but I want you to know that it's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay to limit what you see. I don't think that it's helpful to watch videos of police brutality. I think that it does something to the psyche to think that, or to watch your fear come to light, right? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do research. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be well informed, but I think that there are other ways to healthily educate yourself on how you would like to make a difference. I think for me personally, in the space of being an artist, that level of violence, not comparing the two, because police brutality is probably one of the worst, most egregious ways that you can take just the idea of taking a life, right? In my opinion, it's awful. And then to have video footage and to know that our legal system, from a statistic standpoint, probably will not utilize justice in the way that they would for a Black person. And I apologize for even stuttering too. I have the words, but I feel like my spirit is so wrapped up and revved up that it's even hard to articulate it myself. And I find that as an artist, and looking at my experiences in theater and just thinking about the violence that occurs with contracts and with the treatment of Black actors specifically, whether it's not allowing us to tell our own stories and casting us in stories and then only using us as a way to provide dollars, but not necessarily actually having the willingness to hear how white men and white women contribute to these things as well. It looks different, but this happens to us as well. Until we are able to have an open forum, there's no way that we can actually cultivate change. Today I watched the Growing Studios conversation of Broadway, the not so great white way, and I appreciated the two guests that they had. I believe it was Shireen and Angela Burchett, and just listening to their experiences and how there are so many levels to breaking down Blackness and how that can be exhausting. It can be tiresome. I don't want to always have to be the ambassador of blackness. I can't be that. I don't know every experience of black. There are commonalities amongst, you know, black people, but we all have different backgrounds. We all have different upbringings. We don't all submit to the same deities, and I think that when you treat every black person the same, or you try to do a one size fits all solution, it doesn't work that way. You know, and I think just going back to the reason why I'm even making this video, I want for there to be a place where as artists we can commune, and more so specifically as black artists, we can sit and express the fact that how we grieve our emotions during this time is vital to maintaining our health and wealth, so that we can feel put together enough to write our stories, to sing our stories, to draw our stories, to sew our stories, right? It's something that we do often, and some knowingly, some unknowingly, but that's the reason why we're a great group of people. We're an extraordinary group of people, because there's something inside of us that was planted in us that can never be stripped away, right? We are resilient. We do have it in us. But I also want for our people to know that it's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel unsafe. It's okay to not feel as though somebody has the ears open enough to actually listen to the feelings of your black story. And the video is, you know, almost at my limit of where I like to keep my videos, so I don't want to keep you here too long. But I also want to share what I'm doing to cope during this time. I am allowing myself to feel. Today's what, day 2. I have a feeling that, you know, between now and Sunday, I will continue this process, or just kind of go with the flow and see how my body feels, how my mind feels. I am writing. I am watching mindless television, listening to all different types of music depending on, you know, where I'm at. Obviously, this is, you know, wash and go hairstyle. I'm literally just fresh off a wash day. You know, I definitely didn't anticipate coming on camera looking like this. I have on no makeup. All I have are brows. I'm pretty much in my raw state. I'm self-caring. That's what I'm doing. I have, you know, my little speakers here that I use. I love this. I got this at Target, by the way, just in case somebody's looking for an affordable set of speakers. I'm finding things that will make me smile. I'm watching Insecure right now. I'm going back in all the old episodes. I'm going to eat what I feel like eating. I am making sure that I have light reflecting on me. I notice that whenever I intentionally have the lights on, it does something. It's so cloudy today, and I don't want to overindulge in my sadness, because I also don't want it to, you know, trickle into something else, which is also a thing. And I feel like there's a balance between expressing your feelings, but also making sure that you are finding ways to not deep dive into something that could harmfully or potentially be harmful to you. If you need, you know, resources, definitely reach out to your network and find, like, maybe you need to speak with a therapist or some sort of professional. There are different apps. I will include some of the ones that I know in the description box, just in case somebody is looking for those types of resources. Yeah, I think that's what I have to give today. If you would like to have a conversation down below, definitely start one. I just want this to be a moment where you understand that you have value. It doesn't matter what the perception of certain white people have upon you. That is not the power that is meant for you to take on. And it's easier said than done. I'm not going to state that racism is not going to affect you. However, what I do want you to understand is that knowing how great you are is already offensive. And it is not your job to make other people feel like you need to dim your light or to change the definition of who you are because they can't realize it. Unfortunately, these are things that have been occurring for centuries, right? However, what is the legacy that you want to build? You still have the opportunity to do that. Racism is so deep-rooted into American life that I don't know. I don't have the answers on what can, bring us out of this. And I don't think that's necessarily my direct job. I think in recognizing how powerful and how wonderful and how exuberant you are, that within that you do something that is worthwhile, that it's worth remembering, it's worth producing. Some child one day is going to look up to that and find hope. The same way that we turn to our favorite artist, the way that we might look at a hairstylist or, a makeup stylist, a shoemaker, an app maker. There's something within that causes us to say, I'm going to choose to focus my energy in this because I will not give light to a Karen. Karen will be Karen. She will find her day in court, and that's her business to deal with. But for you and for your sanity, allow yourself the process to, light a candle and feel the spirits align within you. Whatever juju you need to do, whatever prayer you need to say, whatever run you need to do, whatever walk, create that space for you, and then, return to your life and create that process where you can continue on that line of mentally keeping safe. I want to share that as much as possible. I don't want to keep you here and ramble on, but these are my feelings. This is what I wanted to share, and I am praying for you. If you're having a hard time, I will light a candle for you. I will share my intentions with you, that you are safe, that you feel supported, and that you are protected. And no matter what, because I don't see this being the last time that this happens, I am leaning on my understanding. I am leaning on my beliefs and trusting that even with the things that I don't understand, that we will continue as a collective to not only survive, but to push and advocate for change. Beyond lip service, beyond a retweet, beyond a share. Advocating and learning more about our government and finding ways to tap back into that side where, we demand what we deserve as human beings, because that's what we are, right? We are humans, and we have different tones. We come in different facets. So that's my video for today, and I will hopefully see you in the next show. Honey, baby, sweet, you